Pat Russell has been working hard tonight. Here he is in the main event. The third man. He could get nasty in there against this veteran, but he's prepared for it. You got to prepare for anything when you're facing someone with the ring experience, a 35-year-old Miguel Huerta.
And Huerta hopes to make it very uncomfortable for the young man, taking advantage of all the experience that he's had. And he has fought a really long list of very good and championship fighters, and he has beaten some of them too. Daniel Elisea, he knocked out in 3 rounds. My friend Hinojosa, he defeated by way of the decision. Those were big names in the division.
They're scheduled for 10. And you see Orozco is in the blue trunks with the gold trim. And Huerta's got the tiger trim. Best way to describe it, I suppose. He needs to be a tiger tonight. He needs to be a long-toothed sage tiger against this young lion in there. And Orozco, you will notice that he will be very patient, but he'll keep coming and coming and coming. I was mentioning against Orozco back in May last year before his last fight. That fight was just going along, and he was just pressuring and pressuring. There was a body shot in the 5th, put Orozco down. In the 7th, he did the same thing. Down the shot, the body cleaned up over the top with the right hand. And he's got power in both hands, very skilled. And he's in a very, very tough division, as we mentioned earlier in the telecast.
He is, but they want to move him, and they want to move him up, but he has to get by this veteran of 39 fights tonight to do that. As you take a look at Antonio, he does have a kind of a compact body. He doesn't have a lot of height for the welterweight division. That could come into play down the line, but he gets around the ring well, and he's a varied puncher, good body puncher. You mentioned that Reynoso with that left hook to the body. That was really a tremendous scorching punch that took out the Reynoso. And he's very accurate with his punches.
Round number 1, and they'll be testing each other out for a little bit, but not too long. Asked Huerta what keeps him going. He says his family. He said he was in the States and had managerial problems and went into a long explanation as to why the 5-year layoff happened, but he feels like he has enough left in the tank to give it a 1-year plan, he says, to see what he can do, and he's very, very fortunate, he believes, to have this chance against Orozco.
Well, he came back after 5 years against a very tough fighter, Mauricio Herrera, and he lost that fight by decision. He went to 8 rounds.
Yeah. So he didn't come out exactly tip-toe way back in. He came right back against a very quality opponent, and now he's got this challenge too. But on the flip side of that, when you're 35, you don't have a lot of time to try to work your way back in. You got to see what you have and see how that experience pays off. Huerta talks about that experience a great deal. Let's see how it works. For a left hand, he just tagged Orozco with a left hand into the jaw. Orozco is wobbly.
Huerta now going to try to take it.
Oh, another left hand. The folks are shocked. Huerta needs to hold on here. Orozco needs to find a way to survive right here because Huerta just jumped on top of him. Oh, my goodness.
This is the biggest bit of adversity that Orozco has faced in his career. He's still in a little bit of trouble, but now he's punching back.
Now he's punching back. And my goodness, a clean left over the top. Orozco seems to be pretty clear, Rich, right here. I mean, he was a bad 30 seconds there. Oh, my goodness.
Stay focused, amigo. You gotta keep that hand up, you understand?
All right, quite a shocking moment in round number 1. Orozco looking to take command. But Huerta, we mentioned that experience, and there you see, I mean, he dug down deep. He brought that one up almost from his knee. That left hook landed beautifully, and he followed it up pretty good. He knocked Orozco all the way across the ring, and he was banging some great body punches as well. But it was that left hook which caused most of the damage. And I thought Huerta did a pretty nice job of following up on that. Of course, he's a veteran. This is his 40th fights. And look and see, that's the body punch I was talking, and a follow-up left hook. Great job by Huerta. And you could make a case for that being a 10-8 round for Huerta, even though there was no knockdown scored. A lot of us would like to see more liberal judging when a guy actually hurts an opponent like that and staggers him, maybe to be a 10-8 round.
Oh, my goodness, the world was almost shocked had Orozco not survived that first round. But Huerta's coming out and throwing, and he just got tagged. And he's still wobbly.
No, he's out of it. He's out
of it. I don't know if he can continue. There's blood flowing already. But he decided to go try to clean up, and he paid the price. And Orozco just hit him with another left hand. He's got him backing up. Talk about a quick turnaround. Huerta's swinging back now, but the uppercut's coming. Orozco is trying to finish this fight early himself when he almost got knocked out in round number 1 by the veteran. Huerta's in big trouble.
He's just trying to fight his way out of it. I'm surprised he's not using some veteran guile here to hang on and clinch with Orozco, but it's all over.
He's looking at Pat Russell, questioning the decision. Huerta thought it was a quick stop. The crowd kind of wanted it to continue, but I think he had no answer there. He was just getting pounded.
Well, that was rather shocking. In each round. Pat Russell, the referee, just came over to Alan and me and looked down at us and said, wow.
I think Pat Russell just put the best tag on it. It went from almost one of the biggest shocking upsets to begin of the year we can think of to then Huerta came out, I believe, a little too aggressive in round number 2. And he got tagged.
You know, you've got to be able to do that. You've got to be able to fight adversity, to overcome adversity. There's Pat Russell who stopped the fight.
Good fight.
Huerta didn't want the fight.
Because he was done. Too much punishment.
Alan, I'm kind of breathless here at ringside after what we just witnessed.
We got whiplash.
Man, those were 2 red-hot rounds. What do you tell you? As we take a look, Orozco, remember, had been down in round number 1, and he came out, and this time he landed the monster left hook and just flattened Huerta. The left hook to the body set it up, and then when the hand dropped, he came over the top. And look at the way that Huerta went down. I mean, he flew through the air. Here comes left hook, both feet off the ground, and down he goes.
He did a reverse
Body
helicopter.
first. Man.
Set up by that body shot downstairs. Rich, there you go, reverse helicopter.
Huerta, just showing his boxing instinct and his warrior spirit, managed to get up, and Orozco somehow bounced back in really a matter of just a minute or so from the worst moments in his career.
Well, he took the best punch that Huerta could throw in that first round, and that tells you a lot. Because he could have been very nearly knocked out in round 1 just a minute into this fight. Survived it, and then he got the knockout and the stoppage. What a 2-rounder this was. We'll be right back with the official announcement. The rest of the fight fans here have whiplash from what they saw in the first round when the up-and-comer Antonio Orozco was almost knocked out of this, but he came back in the second round against Miguel Huerta and got the job done. Tonight's CompuBox stats are brought to you by ThrowdownFantasy.com. Draft fighters, track stats, and win. It was quite a quick one, but it was a momentous one for Antonio Orozco getting the job done and avoiding disaster. Let's get the official decision from ring announcer Joe Martinez.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes officially at the time of 1 minute. Round number 2. Referee Pat Russell puts a halt to the contest for your winner by KO victory. He is still undefeated from San Diego, California. Relentless, Antonio Orozco.
Okay, let's take what happened in round number 1. Miguel Huerta. Somebody forgot to leave their left hand up, and Orozco, right hand up, and Orozco got tagged with that. Now he's wobbly here. Huerta going in, trying to dig in, the 35-year-old veteran, but he could not get him out of there. Well, he came out a little bit too fast in round number 2, and the young kid, the 26-year-old Orozco, just flipped him around with a left hook, set up by a body shot, and then in the end, Pat Russell felt like Huerta did not have enough to continue in this fight. Huerta had questioned that decision, and you see right there, he said, why'd you stop it, why'd you stop it? And Pat Russell said simply, quite simply, son, you were done.